Debbie has broken out of a mental institution and she's on the hunt for a new hot teacher. This is Devil in the Flesh 2. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
We start with this girl, Tracy Carlay. She's on her way to college when she sees Debbie lying in the road. She gets out of the car and can't see anyone, but when she gets back in her car, Debbie is there.
Don't you sit there, let's get out of here before he comes back. Hey!
She tells Tracy that her drunk husband is trying to kill her, so Tracy's like, oh, okay, let's get out of here. Tracy's like, I'm on my way to college, but I don't want to go. My rich dad is making me.
Poor thing.
Tracy's desperate for a shit, so she pulls over at this gas station, but the attendant is too busy having sex, so he doesn't open the door. Tracy sees a newspaper on the floor and the headline is about Debbie escaping from the mental hospital. Debbie realises Tracy's seen the newspaper and she's like, it's not as bad as it looks. Tracy is scared, so she gets her pepper spray out, but she holds it the wrong way round, sprays it into her own face, falls back and dies.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Debbie and Tracy look quite similar, so Debbie steals her identity and gets a load of money out of her bank. When she leaves the bank, she meets this guy, Sam Deckner. He's a professor at the college where Tracy was going.
I teach creative writing.
So she goes and enrolls in his creative writing course at Holmby College as Tracy Carlay. The first thing she does is go straight to Sam's office. He comes in and he's like, oh, it's you again. She's like, yeah, I'm in your creative writing class. Then Sam's girlfriend Carla, another teacher, walks in and she's like, oh, who's this slag? So Tracy leaves the office and listens in round the corner. She hears Carla telling Sam she wants a break from their relationship. Sam's like, it's Jim, isn't it? And she's like, no, it's got nothing to do with Jim. Now it's time for Tracy to go to her dorm room. And for some reason, she walks in with a 40-year-old man carrying a boombox. This is Sydney, the residential assistant. She's like, there's no men allowed in this dorm room after 6 p.m. on weekdays.
Apparently you didn't read your orientation handbook.
Correctamundo.
Sydney shows Tracy to her room where we meet her new roommate, Lainey.
Okay, there's been a mistake.
Sydney's like, no, you're not getting special treatment just because your family's rich.
You're gonna follow the rules just like everybody else or you're down at the dean's office.
Ooh, you're odd.
Sydney tells Tracy that the doors are locked every night after curfew at 11 and she holds the only key. But as she leaves the room, Tracy manages to swipe it.
Good work.
Within minutes, Tracy has got Lainey drinking and watching porn on a computer. She's like, Lainey, can you hack into someone else's email for me?
Well, I guess I could give it a try.
So Tracy sends an email from Sam to his girlfriend Carla saying, sorry Carla, I've met someone else. And that's bad timing because Carla's pregnant. Later that night, it's way past curfew, but Tracy wants to go out. Lainey catches her, so she invites her to come along. Tracy wants to go into this bar, but they're underage, so she distracts the doorman by starting a fire. Oh look, Sam is playing the guitar on the stage.
Yes, of course.
Tracy tries to get him to join them for a drink, but he's like, maybe later, I need a shit.
All right.
Then the doorman comes in, so Tracy and Lainey escape out the back. This drunk guy comes out and he's like, I know you. I used to work at the mental institution. Lainey, who's now drunk, pukes all over his shoe, so he attacks her. Then there's this fight.
Are you hot, baby?
So he's dead. Tracy wipes down the murder weapon, wakes up Lainey and takes her back to the dorm room. The next morning, Sheriff Taylor and his son are called to the scene.
Check out his shoes. Somebody wasn't feeling too good.
Later, Tracy is deliberately late for Sam's class to get his attention. After class, this guy Buddy tries to talk to Tracy, but she's not interested in boys. She wants a man, Sam. Later, Tracy goes to Carla's office.
Have you seen Sam? I was supposed to meet him in his office at 3. I haven't seen him. We're gonna go for a ride on his Harley. I'm kind of busy, if you don't mind. Well, sorry to bother you.
The English department are having an open house this evening and Tracy is bringing Lainey along. As Tracy's not interested, Buddy has decided he'll take Lainey instead.
What'd I tell you, guys? And you choose the diet. Hey, carpet munch, ditch the fish. Get your wish.
Wow.
Incredibly, his advances are unsuccessful, and Sam tells Buddy to leave the girls alone. Sam takes Tracy to one side and tells her how impressed he is with the poem she's written in his class. But Carla and her friend Jim think there's more to it than that.
Well, you are a real piece of work, you know that? I don't know what Carl ever saw in you in the first place.
Listen, Jim, you got what you wanted, so don't push it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get back to speaking with the young lady.
I guess some people just don't mind shitting where they eat.
Next time you got something to tell me, you do it in person.
Oh, dear.
Somehow, nobody is sacked as a result of that incident.
Oh, I see.
When Tracy walks home, Buddy jumps out on her.
You made a fool out of me tonight. I'm a lot stronger than you are. It won't do you any good to struggle.
Yeah, you're strong, aren't you? I kind of like that.
Sam tells Buddy to go home and takes Tracy to his office to tend to the ankle injury that she's faking. He goes to get some ice and she's like, ooh, wine, let's start drinking.
It's probably not a good idea.
She's like, yeah, it is. And he's like, oh, okay then. So they talk for ages. Tracy comes on to Sam and he's like, okay, I better get you back to your dorm. She's like, it's too late. Let's go to a motel. He's like, well, that's not happening. So when he helps her up, she pretends her ankle still hurts.
Ow, 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 ow.
And then they bang. After they finish...
That was my first time.
He's like, okay, this was a mistake.
Yes.
It's well after curfew, so she gets Lainey to open the door for her. But oh dear.
Gotcha.
Sydney's like, I'll be reporting both of you to the dean. Lainey's like, shit, Tracy, the dean will call our parents.
Is that gonna be a problem?
Yes.
Obviously, Tracy can't have that.
I'll take care of it.
Tracy's like, okay, Sydney, what do you want?
$10,000.
$10,000.
Make it $20,000. You still want to argue?
No, she doesn't. So she uses a hairdryer to electrocute her in the shower. The next morning, Sydney's body is found and the sheriff and his son are asking questions. Lainey asked Tracy what she meant last night when she said, I'll take care of it.
Well, I didn't kill her, if that's what you're driving at. Do I look like a killer to you?
No, of course not.
So that's settled.
Yep.
Later, Tracy hangs around outside Sam's office and hears him in there talking to Carla.
I'm pregnant.
He's like, is it Jim's? And she's like, why would it be Jim's? And he's like, because in the email you said...
You told me through email that you were seeing somebody else.
They decide to forget about the email stuff and get back together. And then they bang, in his office, on the ground floor, with the blinds open.
That could backfire.
They call the sheriff, and the sheriff's like, so what was going on in here? And they're like, we were just grading papers.
Yeah, right.
The sheriff asks Sam if he can think of anyone who might have it in for him, and he says no.
Really?
When Carla gets back to her office, Tracy's in there. She's like, you bitch, Carla, pretending to be pregnant to steal Sam from me. Carla's like, Tracy, did you throw that rock?
Stay away from Sam.
Back at the dorm, Lainey's doing some Googling.
Now you can see why I hate computers. Some people deserve to die, Lainey. Bad people.
No! Give me the phone, Lainey!
So Lainey's dead. When the sheriff questions Tracy, she's like, yeah, Lainey killed herself because she felt bad about killing that drunk guy outside the club.
Smart.
Then she goes round to Sam's house and waits for him. But he's brought Carla home.
What's she doing here?
How did you get in here?
I wrote you a poem. It's about how we made love last night. Goodbye, Sam.
He's like, Tracy, last night was a mistake. I love Carla and I've asked her to marry me.
I hate her.
I wish she was dead.
That sounds ominous. Yep, she's gone round to her house. Instead of running out of the house, Carla goes and hides in a cupboard upstairs. Tracy's just about to find her when there's a knock on the door. It's the sheriff and his son. Tracy goes to hide, but Carla comes out with a baseball bat.
Oh! Easy, what's the matter?
That's gotta hurt.
Then there's this fight.
No!
You and I were meant to be together.
Hey, what's going on here? No!
incredibly after that, nobody is dead.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And the next thing we see is this guy being driven across the country.
What the hell's going on?
There seems to be a young lady lying in the middle of the road.
When they get out of the car, nobody is there.
Oh, come on, don't just sit there, let's go!
Tracy's up to her old tricks again. And this man is the real Tracy's dad.
What a revolting development.
My daughter, she's mixed up in some trouble there at the college.
And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and check out this other video. Thank you.